Alright. Give me a second, guys, and make sure the audio is good. Let me turn Planet Coaster down a little bit. Guess I'll turn it up to 60. No one's complained about the audio. So we will keep testing it until somebody yells at me. Actually, I need to get somewhere where there is audio. Alright, audio is good. Hopefully my voice is carrying over said audio, but I think we're all right. So, all right. So hey everyone, Justin for the Digital Bench here. I'm back with another day of Planet Coaster. Got two big things today. One, Azure Rush is pretty much done. There's probably one or two little things left for me to do, which I'll do as time goes on, but for the most part is done. And second, Will actually created his first toolkit item for the park, which is awesome. He was working on a wheelchair, so anyone who needs help in our park will have easier access to everything. So we're going to show both of those off right now. So we're going to walk through our entrance where I still have not filled in that area underneath, which we'll probably be doing today. And we still got to fill this in as well, which I had an idea for, like a cool little art structure with roller coaster tracks if I can get it off the ground. So I may be toying with that today, we'll see. Alright, you can see Azure Rush over there, that looks pretty freaking sweet. Got the David Allen Grill and the Kinari Wings going on. We don't have a name for our coffee shop yet. I'm gonna have to think of something clever. I think that's where our Grand Carousel is gonna be, so I may be working on a canopy for that today. Let me go back a little bit. So I started planning out this here, so I think I'm going to fit two more shops on the left and the right side and try to just fill in that space, and that's about it. And then this is going to be technically the main path, and then we'll probably have the railroad station over there, so. Okay. A lot of competing music here. But, yeah, I mean, this is going to be that first little alleyway shortcut. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. Camera freaking out there. So I think we're doing the Grand Carousel there. I think that's what we're doing. I moved the bumper cars a little bit over. So I'm debating if we can fit like either another flat ride there, or I might fill it in. We'll see. And, did I? Oh, there it is. So, before we get into the coaster, I want to show off this amazing wheelchair by Will. Let's get over there to it. But yeah, there it is. He's been working on it for the past, at least the past week, probably, no, longer than that. So, it was very exciting for this. This is officially a collaboration. The wheelchair, yes. I should. Can I change it? There we go. The wheelchair is now officially, and we can actually upload it to Steam. But this is amazing looking. It matches the colors that were introduced in the front of the park. It's got the gray. I like the yellow. I think that stands out at night. Though we are gonna... Damn right I call it the wheelchair. So, I mean, I'm gonna make sure everything's lit up very nicely, but... I mean, I think the yellow works really well. This looks awesome. And not to throw some shade, which we are gonna throw some shade. Here's Rudy's, who's, if you don't know, is a pretty big YouTube guy for Planet Coaster. And this was his. And that's Will's, so I think... Because we got, like, legit tires on this thing. I don't think there's any detail on that. Not to be, like, a mean or a dick or anything. But I definitely love this wheelchair. It just works so well for this park. I mean, I guess if this was... If I could color that, it would be a little bit better. But no, nothing beats this wheelchair. Throwing out shade that Will is the best. And I am going to be burying my... Actually, it'll probably be a smart idea to have some areas in the park that have access to the wheelchair. So if somebody didn't grab it over here, which I am going to be probably putting the wheelchairs, and if Will makes strollers for us, I'll probably put like a bunch there so people can grab them right off the bat if needed. But I'll probably have some sections of the park where you can just grab some wheelchairs and stuff. So maybe by like the gateways and stuff, maybe like a little area we can grab a chair if needed. But thank you so much, Will, for this. This is awesome. It looks amazing. And you too can experience the wheelchair if you come to... I don't know where a park's gonna be called yet. I'm still liking just like Digital Gardens, I think, because I'm a big fan of Busch Gardens, and that's definitely like the theme or the money that we're expensing out the park, something that like a Busch Gardens or SeaWorld would do. So let's move on to the big first coaster project that we did, which is Azure Rush, which is our Sonic the Hedgehog inspired roller coaster. So as you can see, I dropped some scenery. So we got a lot of bushes, rocks, trees, a lot of simple stuff. I made sure that any color that I put on display would be in places where people can see it, because that's what you're supposed to do in a park. So you want to spend the most money on places where people can see. And then when you're just filling in areas, then you don't have to go. It's usually stick to green. So I'm going to quote Mike Sheets from the Planet Burrow Coaster Let's Play. Color is expensive, green is cheap. So... And then I do have like occasional sunflower by the track, so where you can see it, because it is a Sonic coaster, and you do see plants and rocks and all that stuff throughout the green hill. So, all right, so we'll move along with the queue. So we got our backstage areas. Let the gate kind of open. I might put in like a little lock or something like that. So a little backstage area for underneath the transfer track. I got the queue music placed all along the queue. So I created these fans. All I did was take a animatronic wheel, and I just put the sprinkler piece, which is... Okay, load. Which is this right here, and I just stuck it in there, and now we got a nice little fan for them hot days. And all the music I pulled from Sonic Mania Plus, so like our first switch back here. And then we have a great view of the banked curve and the double corkscrew. I made sure the music kept going throughout the queue, but not crazy amount of music. And then we hit our second switchback, which is a little longer than the other one, but that's fine. That happens. Same thing, we got the speakers and the fans going in the corners. Over here, you do get a little bit of backstage. We got the stairs leading up to the brake run, which my first attempt was awful. It was like just a hot mess. This one's a lot better. I looked up the stairs for the Great American Scream Machine, and the stairs had like a structure around them, so I was trying to mimic that. And then I just fenced off the actual entrance area, so I think I did a pretty good. This was a lot better than my first attempt at it. Oh dear God. So, and this allowed us to have a little bit more scenery and not completely jacked up like it was. So, and then the main queue will go up the stairs. Voice is cracking a little today, so that's exciting. I probably should have did some talking exercises or something. So this was the priority pass queue. So you don't get all the, you get this view right here, which is nice, the little drop after the double loops. Alright, we're gonna go up the stairs here. And we had this little area left over, so I decided just to plant some more sunflowers there. And then I spruced up the queue, the station a little bit, just put some clutter, some plants, stuff like that, nothing crazy. And then outside the station, I put a little bit more detail into it. Again, nothing crazy. I didn't want this building to be all flash. It's kind of like, we inherited this building, we spruced it up a little bit. I did add this tower. So to give it just a little bit more character. I think it was Friction was in chat talking about having points around the park, or what's known as weenies, where they are a visual point where if you can see it, you can kind of figure out where you are in the park. So I don't think I'm going to have one big structure, but I may do something for all the roller coasters where there is something that stands out that you can see. So maybe we'll do like a weenie for like every roller coaster, or through most of the roller coasters. So instead of just doing like one big one. Now you did, I didn't do the exit yet. So the exit, I kind of enclosed. Oh boy, I didn't mean that. I don't know what that was there for. I think it was there to close it off. Okay. So it goes down here, and then we have our just a memento and like a little place for water. There isn't any like photo shop or anything like that stall in Planet Coaster, which I find odd. I don't know if any other game had it before, but I mean most roller coasters have it. So I just put just a memento there. So, and people are usually thirsty when they come off a roller coaster, so I put a little pip shot water place. We're definitely going to have some sort of food area or food places along the way, and we have to get like another backstage area going for the staff. You do see these monitors on like a few places. I'm going to use those for advertisements, and I think once this area is built up a little bit more, I'm going to take some pictures of people on the ride. Because you get that a lot where you're on a roller coaster and in the queue or waiting around. You always got pictures of other people on the ride itself. So I figured we can do something cheesy like that. Hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. So I think we'll do something cheesy like that, but I'll wait till this area is like build up a little bit more, and then I'll take some nice pictures of like people on the ride. And then of course we have the lighting. I didn't go crazy with it. So I put some lights around the double loops so you can see that from far away. I lit up the tower so you can see that. I also put some lights up the lift hill. So sadly you can't change the color of those lights, but you should have lights on the lift hill regardless. So, and then I also did some lighting back here. And of course we have some lighting on the corkscrews, so it has a nice blue glow going on. But yeah, that's basically it. I finished all this yesterday, and I'm super happy with it. It turned out really great, and I'm gonna go into some like stuff that I tried to do after that. But we're gonna ride the roller coaster. Do you want to ride a roller coaster? And so you guys can check it out. I guess I should say the music-wise. So like I said, it's all from Sonic Mania Plus. So we got the title screen music for the actual sign. I did the menu select screen music for the queue. The coaster theme and the exit theme is Green Hill. So the Act 1 is the coaster, and then Act 2 is the exit theme. So. Alright, let's take a ride. We'll do a night one. We'll do a day one and then a night one. Alright. Alright, so that was daytime. Let's do the nighttime one, which I will change the music for that. I don't have like a daytime and nighttime theme for every roller coaster. There's so many great songs from Sonic Mania. That was hard pressed to pick just one, so I could easily have Chemical Plant and Flying Battery. So. Alright. Now that I think about it, I probably should have lights on the mid-course brake run, I guess. But then again, I don't know if anybody would really be out there in the middle of the night or something. I don't know. Alright, so, yeah. So, one coaster down. 15 more to go. Which is going to come to my next thing I want to talk about. So, yesterday, I attempted to make 3 roller coasters. I definitely, and I do mean attempted, because I kind of failed miserably. I was trying to work on the one that would go here, the one that would go here behind the train station, and the one to go here. None of them worked out the way I wanted it, and they also ended up being a little too large. Mainly because, even though it looks like we do have a lot of, we do have a lot of space. But I don't have a lot of space to sit there and make some coasters that are just take up too much of the field. So like the coaster that I built over here ended up being like all the way over like this big, and I don't think that's something we can do. Like it was pretty huge. And then the one that I did over here was kind of the same thing. And this one, I was trying to keep it as compact as possible, but in doing so, the second half of the ride was kind of dreadful. And there was one part that I really want to do. There's an idea that I have that I really want to accomplish, and it just was not turning out great. So it got to the point where I was getting frustrated, and it gave me a headache, and I ended up just deleting all of them. So, and it was definitely for the best, because me hitting that roadblock made me realize what kind of space we're talking, like, for these rides and the utilize in this park. So we want stuff that's kind of like, I mean, pretty much like Azure Rush. We probably should have the queue and everything in the middle, and have the ride wrap around it and not take up too much space. So we're gonna need rides like this. So this is pretty much the standard of what we're trying to do, because this, let's see, let me copy it. I guess it won't. I would have to save it as a blueprint. Let me just do that. So I can move this around. Cost me 19,000. That was a rush. Aerodynamics. Steel looping. That's not how you spell that. Coaster. And create. Okay, so yeah, we need something again like this. This is perfect, because we can have a coaster here. We got space in the back for the backstage area. It's not taking up too much room. That's what we kind of need. So that's what I need to do, to kind of give you an idea. Like something like Dragon Canyon that I did for an older park. Like that one isn't actually too bad either. It's not taking up a lot of space. So I could probably have it back here, and then that is fine. But another thing is, like, the B&Ms, I don't remember this being a thing. Like, the supports are crazy. Like, I'm gonna set to lay this down for a second. We're gonna delete it. This is not for this part. Look at this mess of supports. I don't remember that in my original build of it. Like, this is insane. Like, it is out of control with supports. So I may actually have to do custom supports for the B&M ones. Like this one, even though it's not realistic, this is fine. It doesn't... It's not crazy, over the top. Like, this is out of control. Like, I know coasters have, like, a decent amount of supports, but this just looks like a big jumbled mess. So I don't know what happened in an update or whatever, but that's not going to cut it. I'm going to have to do it. So this might be... this is one from my last part, too. This one... Oh, my God. Look at the supports on that one. What has happened to this update? This one's actually, again, not too bad. This is very compact, and it's not taking up a lot of field, and... I say the biggest thing is I need to get to the point. Some roller coasters I tend to, like... Kinda... What's the word am I looking for? I guess just add a lot of fluff and unnecessary stuff to it. Like, look, this goes basically 0G roll, weird incline dive loop, vertical loop, dive loop, 0G roll, cobra roll, brake run, first corkscrew, turn around, second corkscrew, just a hill, me just trying to get back to the station. Now, I think that was one of my problems yesterday, was I was making coasters overly long and not getting to the point. I think part of it's probably because of the music that I'm using. They allowed me to have 2 of those? Okay, I guess because they're different rides. That might be the reason. Because I tried to match the ride with the music, and I think I was trying to make some rides longer than necessary because of that. Do I have any... Like, here's this Wave Ocean from that one. And this one... Even this one isn't taking up that much space. Huh. So I wonder why... Let me see Zipacana. I thought this one took up a lot of space. This one really doesn't either. This one could just be like right smack right there. I mean, it's up really high because it goes underground, but... Yeah, so that doesn't take a lot of space either. So what was I doing yesterday? Guess I was just off my game. Let me see. Why is it red? Like this one, yeah, this one's kind of... Oh, that is my still hybrid. So why did I call it? Oh, I called it Shadow of the Colossus from my last park. Yeah, this one's probably not going to cut it. This one is kind of long. It takes up a lot of... We're not playing... Well, I mean, this wasn't designed for this park anyway. That one is... That one would not work for this park. Let's see, Risky Ruins. This one isn't too bad either. I mean, it's definitely long, but it's not also sticking out, so I could have done... This is not for this park. It could be, like mashed up here or something like that, and it's still got plenty of room. Let's see. So it's from an older park. All these are from older parks. I don't have any layouts saved. That one is also not taking up a lot of space either. Well, that one doesn't even have mid-course brake run now. So yeah, I'm not sure what I was... Was this the... I think I already put this up, didn't I? Yeah, so... Let me see, Inferno. Nope, that one's small and to the point too. So yeah, I have no idea what I was trying to do yesterday. I know that theme is not there. What happened? Did I break the game? Oh shit. Did we crash? I think we crashed. Alright, I think we crashed. Give me a second. I'll be right back.